All right, item moved and second. Further questions or comments? There being none, all in favor? Thanks. All right, item 7, David Crawford, decriminalization of marijuana. Mr. Crawford, would you like to address me?
Good evening. My name is David Crawford. I'm the 36 Marlborough Street. What prompted my letter mostly is there was a resolution for sent to Concord around the synthetic marijuana, what they call the synthetic marijuana, and there was also there's being an ordinance written up, which I don't think it's been written up yet, but there's an ordinance being written up. So I just thought, for me, the root of the more hitting the root would be letting Concord, the state, the capital, know that the city of Keene would like to encourage, the folks in Concord to that we would give the green light to legalization or decriminalization of marijuana. I would choose decriminalization, which I think my understanding of it would be that you can grow it yourself, just as you could tomatoes. But ultimately, I would just prefer that if we could let Concord know, just like sort of declarations type thing from Keene, saying yes, we want marijuana legalized or decriminalized, and so the reason that the synthetic marijuana was set as an ordinance is because of the harm that it was doing to people, and so I want this decriminalized because of the harm that it's doing to people, and the harm being by the laws that are enforced. I was in court this morning, actually, and a young lady got a Class A misdemeanor for marijuana possession, and if she gets convicted on that, she's 20 or so, and she'll have that on her record because she has some pot. I also know 2 people that are in jail right now because of marijuana, selling marijuana. One is an ex-girlfriend and one is a fellow that I'm sure many here are aware of, Rich Paul, who was an activist, and he took it to the hilt because he wanted to make it sensationalize the idea that it's wrong to put people in handcuffs and lock them up for having a plant. Marijuana, yes, it gets people high, yes, people are stoned, maybe people get spaced out, but people get drunk too, and that's for their own choosing. I personally don't smoke pot, but I don't smoke pot, but actually recently I tried it again after not smoking it. Like I tried it in my 20s or something, actually late teens, early 20s, and then I stopped it, and then I recently tried it again recently, and it's not my cup of tea. But I don't think people should get put in jail because of it. And I think most, I don't know this, I shouldn't say like I speak for people, but I think most people will agree with that. And people do get put in jail. As they just mentioned, which falls in jail for social center. And my ex-girlfriend, I'm not sure she's not even listening to me. But I digress. I just hope that the city of Keene can be a leader and marijuana is not harmful. As a matter of fact, the synthetic marijuana, I've seen the videos, and it's much more harmful than the pot. And it was legal. But, so I just hope that Keene can lead the way and, you know, tell Concord and, yeah, give Concord the green light. I guess that's pretty much everything I have to say. I appreciate your time. Thank you for listening. I'd be happy to answer the testimony.
Any questions or comments from the committee? To the city attorney, just for clarification, decriminalization doesn't actually mean that you don't get fined or ticketed, it just means you don't go to jail.
I'm going to refer to the police chief if you don't mind.
Please.
Excuse me. That's actually correct. Decriminalization doesn't mean legalization. It just means it lowers it to a violation level offense that can carry a fine. Up to certain amounts. Different states have done it in different manners. This state still makes it, it's still legal in this state.
What's the, is it all illegal or is there?
Any quantity is illegal in this state currently.
Where's the break point between felony and misdemeanor?
Depending on, off the top of my head, I can't recall, but larger amounts can result in felony charges, as well as sales can also result in felony charges as well.
Thank you.
Isn't this discussion currently going on at the state right now?
This discussion takes place every legislative session. Mr. Crawford hit it right on the head. It is a legislative issue. For as many years as I can recall, this has been brought to the legislature and it's failed in the past. With the recent advocation for medical marijuana, where that's going, who knows what the legislature will do into the future. My recommendation is for Mr. Crawford and constituents such as himself to contact the legislator and voice their opinions there.
Back in September 2009, Fred Parcells brought this up before the city council with the same request, and I believe a vote was taken and the letter was it was recommended to staff to write a letter on behalf of the council saying that they supported it and send it to the legislation, the Cheshire delegation. Are you familiar with that?
I'm familiar with the history of it. The question was raised, and I know the city clerk went and looked at the history with respect to that. As far as I understand, the communication didn't occur, and what we believed was that the legislative session had ended at that point by the time that the action was taken, and then it wasn't sent off because the legislature had disbanded. It was not in session at that point. But after that, I don't know what further happened.
I seem to remember that was medical though. I don't think that was.
There were two votes.
Were there two?
There were two votes. I looked up the minutes of that. I think it was September 9th. I'm sorry, I didn't remember to bring them. But there was the medical, and then there was the decriminalization. And they were in favor of both, the council at that point. It came to the, I want to say it came to the MSFI committee instead of this committee. Because Pam Slack, the chair, running the meeting.